Your net worth crossed $10 million on a Tuesday at 11:14 a.m. You were in a Panera. You had $7.40 in your checking account 9 years ago. The number on the screen is the same size either way. Level 1. The number on the whiteboard is $34,000. You wrote it in blue dry erase marker on a Sunday night because someone told you that writing things down makes them real. You are not sure that is true. You are not sure of many things at 24. You are sure of $34,000 in student loans, $1,100 on a credit card you opened in February to cover March, and $7.40 in checking after rent cleared on the 1st. The window faces a parking structure. You have learned which level of the structure the security light flickers on at 2 a.m. You know this because the math sometimes keeps you up. You track every purchase in a notes app. The most recent entry, $1.89, bread, marked down at 8:45 p.m. at the Kroger on Mercer. You know the Kroger on Mercer marks down bread at 8:45 because you went 4 times before you knew and once after. You have not eaten at a restaurant in 11 weeks. Not because you decided not to. Because of the math. There is $312 in a savings account you have not touched in 6 months. The rule is you do not touch it. You have not examined what the rule is protecting. Your roommate's girlfriend moves in. The rent splits 3 ways now. You do not tell her she is saving you from something. She does not ask. You say welcome and mean it and go back to the notes app. You do not tell anyone the number on the whiteboard. Not because you are ashamed. Because no one would believe it is yours. 14 months later, the whiteboard says $19,000. You consider this progress. Level 2. The debt is gone. You are 27, and this is the thing you said you were waiting for, and you are waiting for something else now, and you have not identified what it is. The new apartment has 2 rooms. You can afford it without a roommate if you do not have a car payment and do not go to the dentist this year. You are not going to the dentist this year. The whiteboard came with you. The number on it is $29,600. You wrote it in the same blue marker. It is the first positive number you have put on that board, and you stood there for a moment after you wrote it, and then you capped the marker and put it on the ledge. You are saving $400 a month, $14,200 in a brokerage account, $6,000 in a Roth IRA, a 401k with $9,400 that you check 8 times on the days the market drops 4%. You have read 3 books about compound interest. The math is correct. The timeline is 34 years. A friend asks to borrow $800. You have $800. You tell him you don't. That night you move $800 into a sub-account and label it car fund. 11 days later you move it back. You do not tell him this. He does not ask again. You told yourself the spontaneity was the thing you were protecting. It turns out it was never in the account. Then the startup calls. Level 3. Your title is Head of Operations. There are 4 people at the company. The equity agreement is 47 pages, and you read all of them over a weekend in February and understood most of them and signed on a Monday and have not reread them since. You are 29, and you have not told your parents about the $22,000 pay cut. You have also not told them about the equity. There is no version of that conversation that ends in a place you want to be. Monthly burn, $3,900. Monthly take-home, $4,200. The delta is $300. You have done this math 40 times. It is always $300. The whiteboard is in a storage unit now because the apartment is smaller and the wall space went to a desk. You have 1.2% of something that might be worth $14 million or $0, depending on a decision made in a room you have never been in. The runway is 7 months. The board said headcount. You let a junior employee go on a Wednesday. You write the email 3 times. The third version is 2 sentences. You send the third version. She responds the same day. She thanks you for the clarity. You do not respond to that. At 24, the number on the whiteboard was $34,000. That number had a floor. You are 29, and you have learned that not every number has a floor, and you do not examine this closely. The Series A closes on a Thursday. You are not in the meeting. Level 4. The chair is still broken on the left side. You are sitting in the same WeWork at the same desk, and your phone is on the table face up, and the number on the screen is $847,000 after taxes, and the chair has been broken since March of last year, and nobody fixed it, and you never filed the maintenance request, and now you have $847,000 and the chair is still broken. You are 32 and you have more money than your parents earned across their combined careers, and you have not told them this, and you are not going to tell them this, and there is no version of that conversation that produces something you can use. $300,000 goes into an index fund the following Tuesday. $547,000 stays in cash because you do not trust yourself yet. The cash earns $1,900 a month. At 24, you made $1,900 in a month. The math is not lost on you. Nothing about money is lost on you anymore. 3 people who were not there during the 7-month runway send congratulatory messages within 48 hours. You respond to all 3. You do not know what else to do. The responses are warm. You mean them approximately. You are in a restaurant 2 weeks later, and you order without looking at the right side of the menu. You notice that you did this. Then you stop noticing. The whiteboard comes down that weekend. You put it behind the couch. You do not throw it away. You start the second one 6 months later. You know too much now to be naive. You do it anyway. Level 5. The office is leased. 6 people work here. You are paying yourself $90,000 a year, which is less than the market rate for what you do, and you have said the word equity to every person you hired, and you said it the same way each time, and you meant it each time, and you do not examine whether the way you said it is the way it was said to you. You are 34 and you have opinions about term sheets, and you are correct about most of them. You are also repeating, almost verbatim, things people said to you in rooms you were not supposed to be in. Net worth, $1.06 million on paper. $420,000 liquid. You wrote checks to 3 early-stage companies this year. Total, $180,000. You did not tell your accountant until March. Your accountant did not ask why you waited. A founder you backed runs out of runway in October. You could write a bridge check. The math on the bridge check is not good, and you know this, and the reason is real. You say the reason to yourself twice in the car on the way home. You do not write the check. The meeting with the VC who passed on your first company is on a Tuesday. You take the meeting. You are on time. He does not reference the first company, and neither do you. You can walk into a room now and know within 11 minutes. You know what you are looking for because someone once looked for it in you. 2 things happen in the same quarter. The second company works, and you stop counting. Level 6. The firm does not have a street-level office. You take an elevator to the 14th floor, and there is no directory in the lobby, and the receptionist knows your name before you say it. You are here because someone referred you. The minimum is $2 million. You have $4.2 million. You qualified in the way that people qualify for things at this level, which is that you stopped being the kind of person the minimum was designed to exclude. You are 38 and you have not looked at a grocery receipt since sometime in 2029, and you are not certain of the month, and you are also not certain it matters. The wealth manager is 31. He calls you by your first name. Your money is now managed by a 31-year-old who has never had $7.40 in a checking account and does not know that this is a thing that happens to people. For $0.2 million managed. $190,000 in passive income annually from dividends and distributions. Cost of living, $210,000 a year. The delta is negative $20,000. You have done this math 40 times. At $300, the math told you exactly what to do. At negative $20,000, it does not tell you anything. You restructure a deal in November. 14 jobs move from one city to another. You ask the CFO to run the numbers. The numbers work. You sign on a Wednesday. You do not think about the 14 jobs again until you are writing this down, which you are not writing down. A doctor calls you back in 4 minutes. A lawyer picks up. A fund that has been closed for 3 years is not closed for you. None of these things are advertised anywhere. The second company is acquired. The wire clears on a Tuesday at 11:14 a.m. You are in a Panera. Level 7. The coffee is lukewarm. You are in a booth near the window, and the number on your phone is $10,200,000, and the coffee is lukewarm, and nobody in this room knows either of these things. You are 4-1, and the feeling you expected to arrive has not arrived. You finish the coffee. You throw away the cup. You go to the parking lot and stand next to your car for a moment, and then you get in. At 24, you wrote a number on a whiteboard in blue dry erase marker, and then erased it the same night because it seemed insane to write down. The number you erased was smaller than $10,200,000. You do not remember by how much. $10.2 million. after taxes, after fees, after the bridge loan you did not write, and the junior employee whose email you rewrote 3 times, and the $7.40 that was in your checking account when this started. The number does not know any of this. It is just a number. It does not know about the whiteboard, or the roommate, or the $300 delta, or the founder you did not save. Numbers do not carry context. There is a woman at the counter. She is counting her change before she gets to the register. You know exactly what she is doing and why and in what order she is doing it. You do not say anything. There is nothing to say that is not condescending or false or both. A medical bill does not end anything now. A bad year does not end anything. These are a different category of problem. You are aware that this is the correct word. Category. You order another coffee. You do not check the price. Level 8. Same city. Same year. A studio apartment. One window. There is a whiteboard on the wall with a number on it. The number is $29,600. It is a positive number. It is the same number that was on a different whiteboard in this city 14 years ago, on a wall you will never see, belonging to a person whose name she does not know. She is 41, and she has not made any significant financial mistakes. She has also not made $10 million. These facts exist without a relationship to each other that can be stated plainly. She works at a company where someone else made the equity decision. She was not offered equity. It was not offered to people at her level. This is not written anywhere. It is not a policy. It is not a pattern that the company would confirm if asked. She is not asked. Net worth, $29,600. Student loans, $190,000, her own and her children's combined. A 401k with $88,000. The compound interest math is still correct. The timeline is 19 years. She has done this math. The math does not change based on who does it. She is competent. This is not the variable. The system does not present the variable to her in a form she can act on. She goes to work on Thursday. She has not made any significant financial mistakes. She has also not made $10 million. The video does not tell you which one is a matter of character. The number on the whiteboard changes slowly. She considers this progress. Circular ending. Camera pulls back. Somewhere in this city, a 24-year-old has $7.40 in a checking account and a whiteboard on the wall. The number on it is negative. She has a notes app where she tracks every purchase. The most recent entry is $3.40 for a coffee she bought in a Panera near her apartment. She is thinking about a product. The system does not know this. It does not know about the product, or the whiteboard, or the $7.40. It is not structured to know. It processes her rent payment on the 1st. It reports her credit score quarterly. On Tuesday, it will offer her a credit card with a $1,200 limit and a 24.9% APR. She will not take it. Somewhere else in this city, there is a Panera. There is a man in a booth near the window. He is looking at a number on a phone. He finishes a coffee. He does not remember the price. He goes to the parking lot. The system does not care that she is thinking about the product. It never did.